guys, welcome back to our Winterfest Buildfest Fest, and today we're working on the second half of the festival grounds. You can kind of see the market on the other side. This is kind of like where the games happen and the tournaments and things of that nature. They are going to be very specific, like, to the time of year, but that said, obviously certain things like the log roller, they're not going to be filling that in, digging it out, filling it in repeatedly. So I'm trying to work within the confines of the idea that this is a permanent location that is altered to suit the time of year. I also will say this lot does go through quite a few changes. Not necessarily in the video, but more I wanted items that I had hidden, like the Christmas tree and the cooking contest table. So later on I did make changes, so you might see those changes when we play the game. I also unhid all of the holiday decorations, so I added those in as well. So we don't have them currently, but we will. Going into this, I really only had an idea that I wanted like places for the nobles to sit that were nice, an area with games. I wanted some competitions that were more like skill-based rather than just tournaments of strength. I did want archery, and that was about all I really had in my mind, so I took a bunch of stuff out of the catalog and just kind of threw it down and saw what stuck. And of course I was trying to put fencing where fencing did not want to go. But it's fine. Everything is fine. I'm so excited to use this lot though. Like, this is what I needed. I really needed this extra layer to my world building to kind of make me excited again. And it has. Like, I'm so ready to play through, you know, the tournaments and see who wins what. I set out different prizes depending on what you're competing in. There's also just like skill building items that everybody's allowed to use. We were having a little bit of pink flashing issues, but not bad. I set up an area for pictures too, because I wanted that. That white table is kind of my stand-in for the cooking table, because I knew I had it hidden. So I was like, alright, just so I remember where I want that to go when I unhide it. We ended up with axe throwing, knife throwing, and archery on that side. We did the big log roller, and then there'll be an area for fighting. Obviously we can't have people wrestle in the game or like sword fight, but we can pretend. I got a lot on here though. This is not really that large of a lot. Oh, and I ran into the dumbest thing, so I wanted to add fireworks. Well, I took all my hiders out and I still couldn't find the fireworks, They don't show up on community lots. Because I went into a regular residential and they were there, and I was like, are you kidding me? I spent like an hour looking for them because I was like, oh, they're in party, and I'm like, oh, I guess they're not. And so I went through every category, couldn't find them. Yeah, no, they're just not on community lots. Ugh. You can see there's like a little area to play music because there's competitions for like best bard or something. I don't know. And there'll be a little entry way or like sign in area as well. I haven't quite gotten to that yet. But the prizes thing, I think, was a stroke of genius. Because it's a way to like give families things that they wouldn't necessarily have on their own, and just like to decorate their lots a little bit. So what I'm going to do for that is I'll place those items for sale, because this lot will be owned by the king. I'll just place them for sale, and if they buy them, like, oh, they won a prize at the fair kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie, Amazon just came to the door and completely made me lose my train of thought, because they rang the doorbell, and they never do that. Like, it wasn't even anything expensive. It was literally a harness for the dog. And I'm out of breath, because I'm so out of shape. Although, on that note, tomorrow I'm going to my first stretching session, I guess, at like a local massage envy place. Basically, I spent a year in bed, and once they figured out what was wrong with me, because I had vertigo really bad, they fixed it, and then that was it. They're like, here you go. And I'm like, I'm really out of shape. Okay, again, now somebody just called me wanting to give me an address that I already had. I literally waited all day to record this, and I could start over, but I'm already like 5 minutes in, and it's technically been 20 minutes at this point because everybody keeps distracting me. And it's like, I can't ignore them, but also... Oh, stretching, that's what I was talking about. So yeah, I lost a lot of mobility, and I've been complaining about it consistently to my doctor, and he's just like, well, you technically didn't injure yourself, so he can't refer me out to, like, rehab, essentially, to get back what I lost, because I wasn't injured. And insurance won't approve it, so... like, fine, I'm gonna go to this little massage envy thing and see if they can't at least help me get some of it back, because I'm already naturally incredibly flexible because of my disorder or disease or whatever you want to call it. I'm naturally flexible, so the fact that I've already lost so much mobility is frightening. And I don't want this to be the rest of my life where I can't. I used to be able to bend over, because part of Ehlers-Danlos loss syndrome is you're just super bendy, and I could put my hands flat on the ground without bending my knees, and it was fine. I can't even reach my shoes to tie them if I bend over now. Like, it's bad. Ugh. But I'm also nervous about it, because I'm like, I've never done it before, I don't know how it's gonna go, I don't know what I'm supposed to wear, I'm just gonna wear, like, workout outfits, I don't know. I get massages, but, like, that's different. Ugh. So yeah, you can kind of see the shape of things, how it's getting put together. We have these two tents. It'll be for the nobility to just kind of enjoy watching the games. We have the fighting tent, we have like the little magic-y, worshipy area, we have kind of crafting things that are available. I don't know why they would be available, but like, I could see Arndt going, oh look, you can use these items maybe you don't own yourself, and make a pot that you need, or whatever. Just a show of big magnanimous. The tower of plates I just like because it kind of is tree-shaped. Or plates, teacups. But like, it could be a game. I could imagine it's a game. Like the jar of jelly beans, only teacups. I don't know, don't think about it too hard. It's fine. I do have deco animals because I love them. I actually ended up putting the one cat under the tree because I thought it was funny, because he's like lying on his back. And so yeah, I've kind of weeded out a lot of the things that I'm not going to need or use on this lot and placed everything where I think it needs to go. And now it's just a matter of finessing and final touches. So, of course, I wanted a way to display the prizes, because I've kind of doled out different things for prizes, and I was like, well, let's just put it on this nice table. If there's more prizes, there'll be more than one table. And I was like, okay, well, how do we tell the difference between, like, what areas are what? And so it's like, thinking, and I came across this, like, column that looks like a cut-down tree. And I was like, well, what if they cut down the trees that were in the area and, like, kind of just delimbed them and used those with signs hung on them as, like, the symbol for the different areas? I don't know. I like it. It made sense to me at the time. I'm starting to question it now, but not nearly enough to change it. So here we've got different potions and a wand and a music box and really nice fabric as the different prizes you could win doing A, B, C, or D in this particular area. I figured they added the magic area because there are more magic users in Edirann now, so like, if you do something, it also could be a way for Deetleaf to actually be like, finding who has magic abilities. And here's that pillar that I end up placing. I was gonna put it there, and then I didn't really like it, so I moved it to the other side. But it just makes it look a little bit more official and intentional. And so I do it to all of the areas. I know it's just a placeholder, but it was bothering me that it was bright white, so I did recolor it and put some cookies on it, but like, it's fine. I also tried to make the prizes make sense for the area that they're in. So for this one, the barrel of apples is a prize, some really nice dishware. I was gonna do meat, but then I think I deleted that. I was trying to figure out how to put flooring down. I ended up just doing the whole area, but I really, again, wish I could do terrain paint instead. I think it would look so much better, but here we are. It's driving me nuts that terrain paint's not working. Although I think for that cooking thing to work, I will have to set up cooking stations. I didn't think about that. I just put the chocolate machine thing, but I think I'll need to actually set up places to cook. But the idea is you cook at home and bring it there, so maybe I don't. I don't know. So yeah, just putting down flooring for the rest of the area. Again, this is meant to be here all year round and decorated for different events. And just a little bit of flooring on the sides to make it look nice. I like the idea of taking your picture at like a festival or the holiday thing, because they're not often going to take pictures, so that's a really good time to set aside for it. I wish there was more of a holiday recolor, but I went with the one with the stags. I figure that's wintry enough. And just kind of put a decorative item. And then decorative fireworks, because apparently I can't place the real ones. Over here, I figure it's more like a woodworking competition, and your prize is either a sheep or money, depending on what you get. I'm not really sure how a sheep has to do with the woodworking, but like wool, wood. I also put in these things that are like temporary pens for animals, because obviously I don't want them just standing there and I can't really put a leash on it, so temporary pen. That's my excuse for not changing the flooring. I was also trying to find signs that made sense, but after a while I just gave up and just put signs. It's fine. It's not that deep. This actually took me a really long time to do. Like, this is sped up and also with a lot of footage cut out. We have the fighting area, some of the prizes for that, you know, a shield, a trained hunting dog, then there's another shield and mace there as well. Put a little podium. I really do like how this turned out. Especially once I put all the Christmas decor in, which again, you're not going to see, sorry, but it looks so good. And then over here is like games. So there's poker, there's the little don't make the llama thing. The prizes for that, as well as for the log rolling, are in here. So there's a cow, a goat, a turkey, an owl, a fishing set. Nothing crazy. And I had to figure out where I wanted to put the holes in the fences so they could actually access that, but I went with the side instead. I was also trying to decide where I was going to put the pole thing. I don't know why I like that idea so much. I just really do. It makes sense to me. Of course, I have to recolor everything. Wouldn't be me if I didn't recolor all of the things. And this is like the check-in podium thing where you like sign up for different events, what have you. was having table issues though, because a lot of those manuscripts wanted to sink underneath them for whatever reason. I was like, stop it. Of course, you need plenty of quills. And then I put up the giant, it's like a standing tapestry almost, which I believe was by Hedgett. I saved because I was like, it's making me nervous. But yeah, they have a bunch of things that they made for Lord of the Rings, but like, I find them very useful. Just because they're vaguely heraldic, but not quite. I think I put the purple one because I've been kind of using purple for the Blumenthal family, although they don't technically have a crest. I decided to change out the tent from the round one to this one, just because the round ones are supposed to be like where noble people are actually eating and stuff, and I didn't want people to get confused, so the poker table is put inside this little squarish one. I don't know. Just put some basic chairs. And lots of little decorative items just kind of sprinkled everywhere. I really do like all this. I keep looking at it and I'm just like, it looks so cute. And I like the nice fabric idea because, like, in general, they might not have access to those fabrics, but a small piece of it, well, they can maybe make a lining of a hood or just something small. Because it sparks joy to have, even if it's just a small item made out of expensive fabric, it does make you happy. Here's where I gave up on the signs. I'm just like, which ones haven't I used? Okay, sure, scales. I know there's more out there, I just don't have them installed. I was kind of just getting the lay of the land. I'm like, where should this horse go? I knew I wanted it to be a prize, but I wasn't sure for what. It ends up being a prize for... I leave it there. I think I put it over by log rolling. Don't ask me how a fully armored horse pertains to log rolling, because I don't know. And then the scroll and the lute are meant to be like the music prizes. I ended up putting a keg here too, because I had a default for that and I had no idea. But again, that was after I already decorated. Just putting up the last of these because I was getting tired of putting them up. I was like, alright, this is a cute idea, but I'm tired. I skipped around a lot. I think because I just didn't really know. I didn't have a set plan or anything. Just kind of threw decorative items on the ground too, because why not? Why not? Gave him a little bit of a pie. Some drinks. I like the stripy one. I think it's suitably holiday? I don't know. Words are hard. Words are hard. This is where I had the smart idea to, oh, let's just remove this all at once rather than going back and forth a million times. Sometimes I'm slow, okay? It takes me a minute. And I was getting annoyed because it was saying I was clipping and I realized it was the archery thing. And yes, there's an actual award. I also know that the archery competition does give out prizes, but like, you can't see them, so I had to give my own prizes. I really wanted this table to be covered, and I was thwarted at every turn. First, I couldn't use this because all my square tables, it just didn't look right. So then I was like, oh, I'll use this round one and I'll just find a cool recolor of that. Didn't like any of the recolors for this particular scene that I was setting, which was upsetting. So I just put a really fancy table instead and just said, forget about it. Okay, yeah, I do. I was like, I can't remember what chairs I used. And this one is meant to kind of be like the actual noble families setup, which is why they've got these little flowers by the entrance and they get a separate little table. There's a little dog begging because I thought it was cute. I wanted to use the candles, but they just didn't work. I'll use them for like the houses and stuff, but they just didn't work in a community lot setting. And then I had to figure out tables for these two different tree items. And I just went with the prize table, because why not? Why not? I wanted to kind of denote that those were games. Yeah, archery just straight up gets a medal. I left a sewing box under one of those columns. Oops. I think that's Don't Make the Llama, I can't remember. And then these cards are all decorative, but I imagine people playing cards at the table. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm curious to know what you guys think, if you have any sort of like festival lot in your neighborhoods, if it's something that you plan on doing. I want to hear about it. I'm nosy. I had so much fun, I know that, and taking my hiders out really was helpful, just in terms of adding more winter holiday vibes, because this just wasn't enough. Like, I had a couple decorated trees, but it wasn't enough. I needed a little bit more going on. Yeah, I was like, where's my other prize go? And I'm like, now I'm watching this going, you left it, it was a sewing box, you left it under a column. It's a secret sewing box. It's fine. I don't remember what I put now. What is the prize that I have chosen? Bag of money. Brilliant. It's so cute. Yeah, just last touches. I wish I could have shown you. If it didn't take so long to load my game, I would show you what it looks like now. But it just, I can't. It takes so long, and I have a different save in. I did put this because I like the idea of like the year is ending, so you like burn pieces of paper with like things you want to leave behind. I like that idea. Oh, maybe I do put the keg. I do put the keg. Okay, you get to see the keg at least. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a like. It really does help. We're going to continue on with these Winterfest builds, and I'll see you after that doing something. Bye, guys.